Heritage Day celebrations in the Northwest continue. The Batlharo Masibi tribal authorities in Disaneng Village gives the youth and the elderly a platform to showcase their abundance of indigenous talent through music and dance. It's been 2 years since the event was held due to the outbreak of the coronavirus. The intention is to teach young people about the importance of culture as well as customs. Our reporter Refiloe Seboko is joining us now from Disaneng Village in Mahikeng. Refiloe, what's the latest coming from Disaneng Village in Mahikeng?
Well, earlier when we were talking, Khosi Masibi was addressing the residents of Disaneng Village, and therefore he was supposed to be coming and doing that interview area with us, but we had to wait for him to finish as he was addressing the residents of Disaneng. But he's joining us now to tell us more about this event and the different mopatos that were here, and the importance especially of teaching the young ones their heritage and culture. Khosi Masibi ke lebogile thata re go amogetse mo Newzroom Afrika. Re tlhalosetse the importance. Tell us more about the importance of this celebration.
This celebration, ma'am, is a culmination of efforts whereby we as royal leaders, we've taken the baton from our ancestors, whereby these mepatos are regiments, whereby during those days when we used to have rite of passages, whereby young men will go to the initiation schools and the young girls will go to initiation schools. When they are back from those initiation schools, Khosi will give them the name of Mopato, which is a regiment. Like my regiment is Mahikeng. We were born 1969, 1970, 1971. It's a 3-year Mopato, whereby the second, the Mopato after us, the Mabutwa Pele, who were born from the years 1972, 1973, 1974. Part of the reason our forefathers came with this aspect, it is for members of the community to understand their responsibility, whereby during those days, the government didn't offer any assistance in terms of building schools, building clinics. Khosi will issue a command and say, for instance, Mopato of Mahikeng, who were born in 1960, 61, 62, they should go and lay a foundation for an erection of a school. That Mopato will be responsible for that part of community development. And thereafter, maybe there is a social calamity in the village, maybe there are floods. Khosi can call out 2 or 3 mepatos which have leaders. The leaders are the ones who are responsible for giving instruction and orders. That Khosi has requested that we help the community in terms of disasters and even during times of war. Young mepato who are able men and able women will go to the war front and wage a certain war. So being a member of Mopato, it is not a bed of roses. It is where our tradition and cultures meet and come together. So in this day and age, we see that most of our youngsters are lost. So we try very hard as the Royal House to bring back that aspect of belonging, that aspect of our community coming together, our community being united, so that during good times and bad times we stick together, and that our children, as young as they are, they should know that they've got responsibilities in the village. They should know that each time Khosi summons them to Khotla to perform a particular task, they must be ready and able, and they will have the required leadership to take that matter forward.
Let me ask about the young ones now, in passing on the baton forward to them, in preparing them that when they are older, they need to continue this type of a heritage of tradition and customs.
Indeed, Mr. Seboko, because in 2019, the final Mopato was those who were born from 2003, 2004, 2005, whereby my son is one of those who's the heir. So by doing that, we are giving them sort of a homework while they're still young so that they must learn from us, their parents, and from our elder brothers and our younger brothers and sisters. They should teach them their responsibilities. They should be aware, maybe to next year, when you hold this kind of event, the Mepatos, which are young and new, most of them are those who are at high schools who will be completing matric this year. When they go to university, or those who will be seeking employment, they should never forget where they come from. They should bear in mind that they are from Disaneng, they are from Rife of Masibi, Batlharo, Masibi. Wherever they are overseas in Africa or locally, they should never forget their responsibility back home. Even if they are migrant workers like our forebears were, they should always come home. They'll be given responsibilities. We encourage them not to reside permanently in urban areas.
And Khosi, is it an easy job for you guys to do, teaching these young ones? Are they showing resistance, or are they showing interest of embracing culture and taking it forward?
Well, it's a mixed bag. Just a few, maybe they are confused because nowadays our youth are lost. But the majority of them, they are interested. Like you can see, they came here in numbers. Our responsibilities is not to lose focus. Our responsibilities is to bring them young so that they should know that they have a responsibility as much as we, their parents, had responsibilities, and our parents before them. So the kind of resistance is just a few of them who might be lost, but we try very hard. We have a responsibility together with the teachers and the members of the school governing bodies, so that we should come together as a community, that we must bring our kids together, because they are the future. Because I want to retire very soon, thereby it is very important for our children to understand their history, their culture, so that once we pass on, we know that our community is in good hands. If we don't do that, it is at our peril, because we'll have nobody to blame but ourselves.
Khosi, ke lebogile thata le phetse na kwa gago. Katlego, that is Khosi Mogakolodi Masibi wa Batlharo ba ga Masibi here in Disaneng Village. The main purpose is to teach the young ones the importance of tradition and heritage, and passing on the baton for them to take it forward.
And hopefully they will run with that baton so that Khosi can retire very soon. Thank you so much for that, Refiloe Seboko.